Hello, everyone. Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday.
We are here with the interview mode challenge. Checking in and see how you're all doing with it. Do you have any questions about it? We have seen some great interviews, some great practices in the community. So keep it up. You might get a little prize or something.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So yeah, I guess we should play the little song until then. Hello, Tony, Glenda. You know what, Glenda? I was thinking about you the other day. I was like, I haven't seen Glenda in a minute. So hopefully you and Luna are doing great. And Parker Jennings. And hola mi gente, Tony. We are checking it out. Have you guys
Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to bring it closer.
But yeah, and set it and forget it.
No, because I'm still like I'm here.
Distracting noise.
You guys, please, Fulgence Henry, you do your thing over there, and let me do my thing over here, right?
I'm good. Hello, Kath Ellis. Good to see you here.
So Glenda, the interview challenge is where you go live either in the Ecam Live community or in Anna and Fulgence, and you just practice interview mode. You're gonna practice bringing in a guest, 2, 3, all the way till 5, the max, and then 4, and then with you, and then do the opposite. So you're gonna be a host and you're gonna be a guest also, right? So it's been going on since last Friday.
Mm-hmm.
You still can join.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm gonna bring this over
Bring it closer.
And I'm gonna leave it.
Lion is asking, do you put your join link on screen for a reason versus in the chat? This way, for new users, they can identify what the guest link looks like. That's basically it, Lion. Unfortunately, you can't interact with the link but if we drop it in the chat, you'll be able to direct connect to the Ecamm interview window.
Yes, and this is all about interview mode, everyone. So if you have any questions about interview mode, about not only that, but also about monitors, the in-ear monitors, any equipment that will make your interview mode more comfortable for you and your guests, let us know. And then another thing that I was thinking about, Fulgence, is we can, while we wait, because we're waiting either for someone to join. I don't know if we said that.
We're going to share the actual link in the chats.
Yeah, to join us. And I was thinking if we can teach them how to create. Even though I seen Lion had a great interview window with your guests. Good job. But we could do it. We could do a scene. And then also, some of you have been asking about the waiting screen, the transparent waiting screen, and we can show it real quick.
Sure. Just a moment.
You see you over there doing your thing.
Sharing the links for the interview, people to join. So now it's on all the platforms. And before we do that, Ms. Hill, let's go over let's recap the challenges and where we're at so far, right? So day one, you had to customize your interview page, send a link to yourself or family members so you can experience what your guests will see. This has been great so far. And then go live or record with one guest, right? Saturday, same thing, go live or record with one guest, but now this time you're adding some branding to it, okay? And then on Sunday was to plan your streams for the week. Make sure you choose times where you know you can commit to those times. And then yesterday was to go live and record with up to 2 guests. And today, going live, recording with 3 guests.
I'm over here reading about beta. Beta, we came up with another beta, but that's for another.
Yeah, now beta 8 is currently out right now. I don't think this one's updated yet, but this one.
No, we haven't done it yet.
I did on my end, so make sure you're on the current Ecamm beta version 8, which was released today. Ecamm.com/beta.
Yes, and that is if you want to test the interview mode. That they have the interview mode with up to 10 guests. If you want to test that.
Right. And we have a question from Glenda.
Renee, hello.
Hello, Renee. Can we do the challenge inside Alita, or do we do it elsewhere and put the link? So, Glenda, the challenge is taking place inside of the Ecamm Live community, and if you want a more intimate environment, the Untitled Facebook group using the hashtag interview mode challenge.
That is right. So you come and you come in and do it over, and we can join you on your stream, or you can join us. And the link is in the comments if you want to join us, Glenda or anyone else there. We are on beta, so we can actually test out that theory that it cannot handle, that it could handle. Remember, Eric said that the 2019 could handle the 10 guests. We can
Or more
test
than 4 if we get 5 people coming in. Yeah, sure.
He said 10, so we can get 10.
No, like for in order for it to be 10, we'll need to accept a fifth person. That's when we know, like, okay, this thing should be able to handle it. Because for this build right now, you can only go up to 4 guests.
Right, but what I'm saying.
Right. So like if we're able to bring a 5th guest on the screen, so
that doesn't mean
that's a breakthrough. Right
but
there.
that doesn't mean that because it said we're gonna Facebook user, we're gonna answer your question. Lion, we're gonna answer your question in a minute. But what I'm saying is that I believe it was Victor who said that they were testing Elaine's stream or some stream. Oh no, Lala's stream, and then when it got to 8, then it couldn't handle anymore. So that's not necessarily like okay if it's 4.
He was using a M1.
Mm-hmm.
He was using an M1, yeah.
Right, but what I'm saying, like, it doesn't necessarily mean that 4. It's like, oh yeah, like we're good, we're 5, we're good. It has to test up to the 10
for the M1, right? But Eric Mockler was saying that he was on a non-M1, non-M2, and he was able to do it. But then after that, he said he wasn't sure.
Okay, but that's what I want to test though. So in short, what we want to do, or what I'd like to do, is test if the 2019 that I have could handle the 10. Right?
Or more than 4. Because that's what I'm saying. Like I have Intel. I have 2 Intel MacBook Pros, and it only goes up to 4. I tested it.
I know, but we're talking about my computer.
Right. You have an Intel iMac. Anyway, you want to answer Floyd's thing? I don't know why we're talking 2 different languages right now.
Floyd. Okay, so this is the setup that we use for Building Blocks when we're streaming from Fulgence's studio. And so we were just testing, like, for me, I like for you guys to hear me clearly, but I don't like having the microphone in front of me. And so I just go with this dissonance, right? That like, I want you guys to hear me, but at the same time, I don't like having the microphone in front of me because I hit it and I fidget with it. So that's the answer, Flo. Lion, that's the answer. As we are here in interview mode trying to figure all of these things out, because the guests and your viewers need to hear you clearly. So, yeah. But for ENN, we're lit. For ENN, we're just like straight. Like, this is what we're going to do. That's it.
What is up? I think
I know, Renee, right?
Right. And I believe that was G. Albert that came in.
Oh, hi, G. Albert.
Yeah, I think I saw G. Albert's comment come in a while back.
And once you work great with all beta add-ons, correct. This is what Fulgence and I were talking about. Like, supposedly, it is supposed to, but there's so many things that can happen. But out of the box, theoretically, yes, it should work great with all betas. Right, Fulgence, Henry?
Yeah, I mean, all the current Ecamm Live, the current Ecamm beta build, including up to 10 guests, it works well on M1 because we tested out on Anna's MacBook Pro, which is an M1, and we had up to 9 guests plus 1 host, so like there were 10 people on at the same time, so that was pretty cool, and it worked. It was smooth. And actually, we do have a replay of that. It's in Espanol. It's on our Building Blocks YouTube channel.
Yes. Yep. Yep. So okay. So would you like to, while some of you get ready to join us, or we can join you on your stream? Would you like to do the waiting screen, the transparent waiting screen? But
Do your thing.
okay. So here's what we're gonna do real quick. We're gonna go over. This is very simple, but it does require 1, 2, 3, like the steps. So let me move this microphone over to this side. And actually, this is gonna be good because I'm facing this way. So this should be good. All right. So this waiting screen is the one that you're gonna see. I'm gonna get in demo mode in a minute. So this is the waiting screen that we're gonna design. To live demo mode right here. Oh,
We'll get to your question, Renee, and your comment, Dean.
yeah, Dean. You can actually like answer that. Well, like
She uses the wireless lab, but the yeah, I think it works. It's just that it doesn't sound as good as like any of these microphones, or even like the Lewitt, for example. That's the only thing, right? It just comes off a little flat. Yeah, but we've tried the wireless, and we also tried the combination of on a wireless and myself on the microphone, so we could have like the best of both worlds. But it's like just the wireless lav, which we're using is the Rode Wireless Go. It's just not the same. It's not the same as a microphone like this or the pod mic.
yeah. So like for Fulgence for you, because Fulgence is like huge with audio. Like, that's his main thing, I would say. So whenever we're using wireless, I'm like, yes, I'm good. But then sometimes it doesn't sound good to him. Other times it sounds good to him. So it's like these mics all the time sound good to him. So he's like, these are the mics that we should be using. So that's but for me, I just can't have a mic in front of me.
And then when we share the Lewitt, it picks up our voice quite well. But sometimes, like for me, I do hear a little bit of space, and we have it on the low profile arm. So like if I need to say a few words, I'll swing it my way, and if I need to say a few words, we'll swing it this way. But so far, out of all the setups, this is the best setup for us. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And then this Linda, I love my Lewitt. Like my Lewitt when I'm by myself doing my shows. Oh my gosh, that is the butter. It's just so beautiful. The sound it emulates is just so good. And so then this one, Fulgence have been like, hey, use this pot mic, use it. And I was like, no, because he had another cover that made it look so ugly in my eyes.
The big Afro puff.
Yeah, so it was just a ball. It was a ball. And then so he fitted.
I found a cover for the SM7B on Amazon without the rim around it, and fit it over the pod mic. So it gives like a nicer fit.
Yeah, it's nice and snug.
Yeah. The only thing with this setup now is that Anna is like constantly moving the mic like in and out of her way, so like it creates the handling noise instead of keeping it in one place, because like she doesn't like the microphone in her way. So like overall for Anna, like the best setup is either the Lewitt on the swivel, but then again, like it's either we're sharing it or like she has it on her end and I have this on my end. But then when we have a second mic next to the Lewitt, we have like some bleeding issues. This we don't have the bleeding issues with. Like these mics cover our voice, isolates our voice quite well. Or the wireless microphone, the Rode Wireless Go with the lav, but then it doesn't have that quality. Yeah.
You know what I actually you know what I actually would like to do. This is something that is on my bucket list. I'm gonna do it as soon as next week, if not this weekend. I'm going to go on the Rodecaster Pro 2 that I have here in my studio, and I'm going to just learn that thing, because there's so, from what I hear, because I really haven't learned the Rodecaster Pro 2, but from what I hear, it has the capability of isolating your mics, and you be able to have profiles with your mics. So I don't see how two well-known microphones, which is the Lewitt that I have and the SM7B, couldn't work together. I don't see how that is a possibility. Like I don't know. I don't know because the Rodecaster Pro is supposed to be like, yeah, we're gonna separate you and you can actually have your own settings on your specific microphones.
Yeah, they have. We have specific settings on the microphones now. So like I'm dialed into SM7B settings because the Rodecaster Pro has a profile for SM7B, and then you're dialed into a pod mic settings because the Rodecaster Pro 2 has a pod mic profile as well. So we each have our individual profiles, but it's just that it's not so much about the profiles. It's that when the Lewitt is there and the SM7B is there, it's just like our voices travel. Like my voice doesn't travel like your voice travels, so your voice tends to travel over to my microphone, for example.
My voice is very dynamic.
Right when the Lewitt is there. So like, I don't know, like we tried different things, but the Lewitt and the SM7B in the same room, like I don't know, like we can do some more troubleshooting, but it doesn't pair well. Like these pair quite well. Like I don't like I'm monitoring right now because like I'd like this. I like to speak closely into my microphone, have a microphone directly in front of me. My voice is not traveling anywhere. And I'm looking over here and in the sound levels in the Rodecaster Pro 2, my sound levels are taking priority over yours. So like I'm barely picking up on your end.
Yeah, so if we both have the microphones in front of us, like of course it's gonna sound nicely,
Right.
but if it was a podcast, I will have no issues having the microphone in front of me because I will just not have to be looking at the camera. I will just be here with Fulgence and I, and if I do have some content that I have to refer to, some notes, I can look at the notes very nicely and not have to worry about looking at the camera. But when I have to be looking at the camera and then also have to be looking at other things and especially doing tutorials, I can't have a mic in front of me.
Yes, you can.
I just cannot. No, I
Who
could.
says
I don't
you
want
can't?
to. I could. I don't want to. I say, I don't want to. So I will be able to express myself like this.
That's why you just need the live and not worry about any type of like depth to the sound like it's I don't know. Like for you the wireless is the way to go because you just don't want a microphone period.
That is true. As we were saying, we're here talking about the interview mode challenge and anything, but this is the whole thing about microphones. So this is what all we talked about was microphones. Yes, you can have wireless microphones. Yes, you can have any type of microphone. My thing that I would love to figure it out though is how the Lewitt, mine, who I absolutely adore, how everything about it, and the SM7B, which you adore as well, can work together in the same spot.
And more trouble like Glenda suggested mounting your mic up above you so it's even more out your way so you could have like a boom arm overhead.
I did suggest that as well. Thank you,
You can try that again. I'll revisit that. And then
Hola, Gabe.
what's up, Gabe? What's up, Samuel? And AG, what's going on? And so Renee had asked a question earlier before you get back to the transparent waiting screen thing. I noticed that some guests create an echo that viewers hear, but myself and the guests don't hear it. Has that happened to you? I'm not quite sure. Like it's like the viewers are hearing it and the guests and Renee and his guests don't hear it.
That's what it's called.
Unless they're hearing whatever's happening on the guest end. Like if the guest is not wearing any headphones and the guest is using some type of external audio, like was in that case, Renee, was the guest wearing headset? This way you can't hear anything at all. Because sometimes too, like even with some headsets, it comes out so loud, like you could still hear what's coming out. You could hear the output a little bit. And when we do tech rehearsal, we have to tell our guests to like actually lower the volume of their headphones as well because it still picks up.
Yeah. It's I understand the guests who don't want to wear headphones sometimes.
I mean, it is what it is.
Because I understand, my issue with the microphone.
Yes.
Okay.
So they were wearing headsets.
Hi, Johnny.
Yeah, I would like to go back and check that stream out, Renee. If you could share a link with us so we can take a look at that, because I'm not sure. What's up, Johnny? Good to see you.
She's CAG. She's like, she's just not a microphone fiend.
Yeah.
I do enjoy microphones. I've been in radio as for real, you guys. I've been in radio since I was 12 years old, and the mics, everybody just mic me, but they just put the mic out of my way, and then I was able to just do my thing. It's just, I wish I could be like you guys in a way where you just stay still.
Right, because you use hand language and all that stuff. Yeah. That's what it is. So
I wish, and then I don't.
Overhead, or the lav, or I know Doc has mentioned like a combination of small diaphragm overhead and then the lavalier, like a combination, and mix the audio together and see how that works. So there's still some options.
Mm-hmm. And there's sometimes, for example, when I was for my show Officially Unofficial, I had another producer, and he will mic me up and do all these other things, right? And it was always lapel mics. I never had, so I was like, yes, I was in my zone. I got all the energy. I was like, nothing in front of me. I was like, all good. But then when you start learning about audio and you start going like, okay, well, this microphone will make this better, this microphone, and then all of a sudden, everything that was working before doesn't work, or you have to spend a lot of money. So this is actually what's happening right now, right? This is actually what's happening right now.
Yeah. And then a question from AG. In interview mode, do you create your own lower third for names, or do you use the text when the guest joins? I'm having an issue where the names are not appearing where I have the camera overlays. Perfect question. And you kind of answered it. AG, camera overlays, the names do not appear. It's just when you add them to the program window, from the camera switcher, that's where you could add the lower thirds.
That's what you call the OG way.
The OG way. Yeah, just the OG way. Just like, when the guest comes in, if a guest will come in, we'll gladly show you. But if a guest was to come in, just add them like left or right or solo to the broadcast. But don't bring them in as an overlay. If you bring them as an overlay, then you have to create your custom lower third using the Ecamm Live Text overlays, or however you want to bring in your overlays and lower thirds.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But,
nice. Okay, perfect.
Here we go. We're gonna create a lower third right here. Oh my gosh, we were in demo mode the whole time.
Oh, that's fine.
Because I was gonna do the waiting screen.
Oh yeah, that's right. But we got some interview mode going on. So G Albert is joining. We're gonna pick up the phone. So G Albert is currently in the green room.
Mm-hmm. As you guys can see over to the right.
And Gabe is saying maybe we can invent a mic that is installed in Anna's glasses.
I'm pretty sure that's gonna be there. And then Fulgence is gonna be, it doesn't have enough character. Because like Fulgence keeps saying, your voice is so great. Your voice needs to transmit. Yes. You have to have a mic that is great for your voice. And here I am,
hence the Loet. You sound great on the pod mic, and I'm pretty sure you sound even better on the SM7B. So
let's do this.
Test it.
You remember we did that before.
And then I'll mute the pod mic.
No. You have to leave it how it was.
No, because you're too close. So just
This is Anna Hill talking on the SM7B. What do you guys think about this? This is Anna Hill talking on the SM7B.
Okay, so now let's try the same thing with that.
Okay, I'm gonna put it right here. Okay, this is Anna Hill talking on the pod mic. What? This is my thing?
Yep.
This is my thing.
Yep.
I said, okay. See, so Fulgence over here just getting excited about.
That's good. That's good for you. Really good for your voice. Really, really good.
What do you guys think?
It's crisp. It's crisp. Yeah, Johnny likes SM7B on your voice as well. But you see, you'll see. So what did you guys think about that? How did you like her voice on the SM7B versus the pod mic? Maybe because I'm here in the studio, but in my ears, it just sounded, I really like the pod mic sound. But look, they're saying SM7B. I wish there was a poll going on. But which one do you guys like better? In the meantime, let's bring in G Albert.
So G Albert says it sounds good on interview mode also.
Right, exactly. That's the SM7. Let's try that one more time. So we're gonna bring Giabra. Let's just bring Giabra in. But hold on. Let's do that one more time. So we're gonna mute your pod mic. And hold on, let's mute Giabra also. Okay, let's try this again.
Oh, well, let's get out of live demo mode so we can do this straight.
Okay,
Hello, hello everyone. This is Anna Hill talking on the SM7B. Anna Hill talking on the SM7B.
nice.
Hello everyone. This is Anna Hill talking on the pod mic. Anna Hill talking on the pod mic.
Yeah, that SM7B sounds good. Yeah. I agree. It's just it's because it's SM7B, but it does come cleaner. Giabra, what are your thoughts? How did it sound for you?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, good. I thought Anna sounds fine on both of them,
Yeah.
but she sounds in the SM70.
Yeah. 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 Definitely.
Now we
So
just need to have a Lewitt with us here to do the final test.
or again like an MV7 also too, and see how MV7 will sound over the pi mic. There's several tests that we gotta do here. Yeah. So SM7B, she sound like she's on the radio. Glenda says SM7B sounded much better.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
Yes.
right.
sure.
Yeah. Okay. So for who was asking that? That was AG, right? So AG, we're gonna go back into live demo mode and show you something. hmm So if you notice here, we're doing in the old school way of just bringing the guest onto the screen, and we're on the screen as well. It's not a camera overlay, and then you see like the T over next to G Albert's name. We just click on that to unhide it, and then his name should be on the screen, right? So that is the difference between having the guest on the screen through the camera switcher versus bringing the guest as a camera overlay. So if you're bringing the guest as a camera overlay, you have to customize your own names.
Which is super easy to do. You can do
hmm
inside of Ecam. Really just simple steps. We have so many great tutorials on Anna and Fulgen's YouTube channel where you can learn how to just create simple lower thirds, or you can download a free one that we have on our Buy Me a Coffee and start from there. So you will be able to kind of trace it and then know how everything works, and then you can create your own after that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So G Albert, did you hear? Did you read Sammy's comment? He said that you sound like you're in the car.
Or better yet, like it sounds a little muffled on your end, like your sound.
Okay, that's good to know
Yeah.
because what I have on is these uh, bone compression headphones,
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
and there's a mic built into it, and so I really don't like to have things stuck in my ear,
mm, mm-hmm.
and this sounds very, very clear. I can feel you buzzing when you guys talk on
Oh.
the my
Okay. So
head.
you're talking through the that you're not talking to the mic there. You're talking the mic in the ear. Got you. Got you. That's what it is.
I'm testing actually from my iPad, so I have you on three different screens.
Oh
Oh,
wow.
nice.
Look at you. Okay.
Oh, cool.
Look at
Oh,
you straight up become okay.
yeah. So my iPad is one of my iPads is on the screen right now. I mean, it's not on the screen, but
On the
that's what
interview.
I do now. And I will flip over to uh, one of my other uh, setups in a minute. But I just wanted to see from an interviewee's point of no of inter yeah an interviewee's point of view, how would accessing Ecamm experience be like on an iPad, a Mac Mini, and a MacBook Pro?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And that is great. That is great, Jalver, that you're testing that because you're when you're having an interview, then you will know what each device look like for your guests. So you will be able to guide them through where things and how are they are displayed on different devices. That's great.
Right. And I didn't see Sammy's comments, but um, but that's good feedback. and it's the same kind of feedback that I give to others when I'm giving involuntary coaching tips.
Involuntary coaching.
Involuntary.
Okay. G Albert, do you have any questions about interview mode, about anything else regarding interview mode that we can answer for you? The same thing for you guys. We're here for another 30 minutes. So if you would like to join us and experience that for you, you can join from your phone, just like G Albert just mentioned, for your iPad. Or you can join from your Android if you have one, from your laptop, PC. I mean, you can join from any device that you have.
Yeah, Lion said he's ready to come in when you are. Yeah, we're ready for you, Lion. Come through. Same link.
Come through, come through, and we're gonna show you. And then we're gonna be able to do this. We will send them both to the green room while we do the waiting screen.
Right. And then also, Glenda has some feedback for you, Albert. I says, it sounds very different than when you and I have been practicing interview mode together in Ecamm Academy. I don't love this sound, so but it makes sense. Like it's coming from the headset. It's not like gonna give you the best audio quality. So
Can I do this real quick?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just going to move this
So
comment and just
Um,
extend.
Go ahead.
tell
Albert.
me what from the iPad.
Say again.
Okay.
Oh,
How does it sound now?
That sounds a little better.
it's cleaner.
Okay. And take me to the green room and I'll switch to.
Okay.
Okay, so you're gonna go back. Okay, let's show you how, as simple as this, if you have to send your guest back to the green room, you have the zoom over there.
Zoom.
The zoom.
Oh wait, no. This is on. This is still on ENN with all the keys maxed out. So we'll do it.
You can change the profile. It's fine. It's
Not
fine.
from the stream deck,
Okay,
from
so I
the-
will do it
from
from.
the
I'm
app,
doing it from the Mac right here. So here you guys go.
Right.
Right
So
there.
let's just uncheck that. Right. So under in Giawood's camera in the green room, you have solo, add left, add right, assign. We're gonna click on assign, and then instead of assigning to a placeholder, we click return to green room, and then there you have it. So G Albert should be back in the green room. I don't know why.
I was pressing keys, so probably
Let's
that
do again.
interrupted the
Oh,
flow.
I got it. Wait, no. It says now
No.
it's removed. Let's go back again. Huh, we should report that.
Let's write it down.
Yeah.
Let's write it down.
We
Let's
should,
didn't go.
we should report that.
It's
yeah.
because it's GL, but you know what we're gonna do? I'm gonna get out of live demo mode, and then I'm gonna click this again.
Yeah.
I'm gonna click this again,
Remove.
remove, and it's not happening. So you know what we do? We're gonna
Wait,
manually.
no, but now assign and say return to green room. Since you have a light demo, let's try both. Return to green room.
Yeah.
Okay, it doesn't.
Yeah, that's what I was doing before. So here's what we do. So we're gonna remove it manually. So we
Right.
just manually removed him from the camera switcher. Go,
Yeah.
but then
Oh,
supposedly,
let me share
right?
the link with Lion again. Go ahead. Supposedly.
Um,
you need to know.
supposedly he's in the green room right now.
Yes.
We just have to do it manually. These are the shortcuts that we all need to learn, everyone. Hello, Valerie. Okay, so a waiting screen, transparent waiting screen. Very simple, everyone. We do it with text overlays. So the first thing that we have to do is get into live demo mode for you guys to see.
It's on this monitor. There you go.
And then I am going to minimize all this thing here.
Sammy, we'll get to your question.
And I'm going to create a new scene by pressing the plus sign over here. I'm going to label a waiting screen. And then what we're going to do is press Command N to bring the text overlay window up.
No, G Albert, you're muted, so you're good.
I was using this this typeface before this, and so I'm just going to accept AG.
And stand by AG.
Stand by AG. So I'm gonna change the font too, because sometimes the font do change the size of your box because of it's taller or shorter. So usually I just leave it to the default. So we're gonna go back to restore default style, and in here I'm just going to type veil. Okay, like a veil, like this, but like that. And I'm gonna change the background color. So to change the background color, we just click on the background right here and it will change. So I'm gonna have it teal. The corners, as you can see it here, Fulgence, you have to zoom in for me. As you can see it here, the corners are 12, so we want the corners to be completely square. And that's it here. Now the veil, I don't want it to show, so I'm going to lower the opacity on it. And we're just gonna go to this crayon box over here, which you can access by clicking here.
Yeah, G. Albert, you guys cannot talk to each other, but you can send messages to each other in the interview mode chat.
Ooh, that is a fancy way to communicate. So, okay, so going back here, I'm going to lower the opacity on the veil itself. And just for good measure, as Fulgence likes to say, I'm going to add a couple of periods because I do like it to be exactly like 69 kind of like looking. So I'm just going to add one more period just for good measure. And now I'm going to click on the background again so that I can now lower the opacity on the background. So I love 47 for the transparency of it. So I'm just going to do 47.
What's up, James Riley?
47. Then I'm just going to add it to the broadcast and you go to the corner and then you extend it. So you're going to go, that's it. So that's a transparent background. It is, right? So now we just add text to it. We go back to Command N, and we're just gonna type what I did before. This is a waiting screen. All right, so then you see this is transparent because we had it transparent before, and it saves your last settings. So I'm just gonna bring it back to full opacity to 100. This is a waiting screen.
Yeah, and another thing you can do is just restore default style.
I know, but I'm sorry. This is a waiting. I almost had it. Waiting screen. And then, okay, I don't want a background, so I'm just going to uncheck it. And then also if you want to change any type of font or any letter, any word on it, you can just highlight it. And for here, I'm going to change it to script font, which could be, where do we put it? Where do we put it? You know what, real quick, I'm just gonna select any. So I'm gonna do this one. And then you can see, it is like that. And if you wanted to, you can get super fancy and just create a new overlay.
And Sammy, we did a test stream with the 10 guests. We had 9, and there were no issues. It was great. It ran very smooth. We have a replay on our Fulgence YouTube channel.
See, you guys can play with it. That's it. But that's how you create a transparent screen right here. You can get fancy with it. Fancy, I tell you, fancy. Let's get out of here so that you can see. That's it. That's as simple as it gets. And then you add your timer, and then you add your timer to go to the next scene when it's done. It's
What
like, what you do?
Why did it jump like that?
Because we didn't lock it. Because it's not locked. There it is.
And let me check on the comments over here. Let's see what's going on. Who is saying something about the access? It's not bringing up access. So Floyd, Flood, I'm saying. Lion Flood, not Floyd. Let's
You can take the keyword.
share that link one more time. Mine says, please grant access to mic and camera using Chrome. Yeah, make sure you grant the access. Make sure you grant the access, Lion. You have to, like, if you're using Chrome, that will be an issue. That will not let you, that will allow you to join. Or it can
Because
join,
you
but
have to
just won't
give
the permissions.
permissions.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go back and assign. Hello, Mr. James Riley. Let's assign What's the font setting to get that transparent overlay? So the font setting to get that transparent. So you want to know the font?
The opacity again. Go
Oh,
back
the
to
opacity.
Mhm.
Okay, so the opacity that I like to use is 47. You like to use
50. Doesn't
I
matter.
like to use 50. I like to use 47. 47 just gives, like, as you guys see, this nice little, it's almost like kind of like a creamy kind of feel to
It's
it.
amazing. A three, some what 3 points lower will
It
do.
does make a difference. It does make a difference, as we say. So, okay. So now we can go back to where we were
Labeled.
labeled for G. Albert and the,
Let's bring
okay.
G. Albert. And we got GA and we got AG.
Okay. Hello, you guys.
Wait.
Yeah, we're about to mute. So, James, the text the let's go back. So I
Yeah, let's
think
go back
that the
to
one
the.
that I used was Montserrat, but let's just check it out. Okay, so it was Helvetica New Regular.
Yeah. And it's not so much the font that will matter. It's more so make sure that the corners are set to 0, and then you have a little bit of margin, right?
Yeah, and also the font does make a difference because sometimes how the T sometimes gets taller than the other one, so it does make
Like
a
custom
little different.
fonts.
Yeah.
Yeah, use native fonts won't give any issues. Right? Yeah.
Yeah, the ones that are already pre-installed on your Mac. It
Yeah.
shouldn't.
So if you do the Helvetica, you'll be fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we will test this out on BuildingBlocks.
Yeah. Let's go back to here. What's up, AG?
Okay, so here we go. We're actually beyond just assign, like
Yes.
bring. We could actually assign now so that
Right.
we can be in a nice camera.
Boom.
There we go. You're welcome, James.
Boom. And then
See, this is so cool, and you guys can do this because we did all of this inside of Ecamm Live, so you could do it as well by following some simple tutorials that we have put together, and you can have your guests. Two of you. So here we go. Gee, I gotta tell you, I'm really proud of you. You're coming on live and practicing your interview modes and doing all your things.
okay, no, G. Albert has external audio on his end, so we muted you.
Gee, Albert muted you until you figure it out. Yes.
Yeah.
Katie, thank you.
Hi, Katie. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. You solved the mystery of the universe for me because I was rebuilding scenes the other night and I was like, I can't figure this out. I don't know why I couldn't get the name from the camera, from the guest camera in, but you solved that for me today. So I'm happy now.
Oh, nice.
Good. Awesome.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I thought it was something wrong with my scene construction. But the key was the overlay versus bringing the camera in from the camera switcher. So
Yeah.
that makes sense now that now that you explained it. It makes total sense. But I couldn't figure it out the other night. So
Wow. That's awesome.
So I'm glad that you have it all figured out. So we have 9 people watching right now. So what if all 9 of you just dialed in and we just tested this whole thing on the 15 minutes that we have going, right? The 15 minutes that we have left. All of you can join. There we go. Okay. Wait, G. Albert 2. So G. Albert 2.
I mean,
Let's go for it. Yes.
Yes,
Let's go for it.
Fine.
It counts. Yes.
Yeah.
Love it.
And then we'll go back to labeled.
Where's the one? Where did I stream the other ones where we have the 9? Was it here?
No, that was on the M1. So let's do this. Let's go here now, and let's do some assigning. Let's do here, AG, over here, Albert.
And this is how easy it is.
And then let's move the camera switcher out the way. And then over here, we'll do G. Albert number 2. Boom.
Look at him. It's like Yeah, I have two camera angles. I'm super cool.
Mm-hmm.
You can see straight out of Ecam from both angles, though. Like I make sure.
You know something. The past few days we were trying to join the interview on the browser, and then we keep getting unwanted sounds. Right? I think I know what the issue was because we can test it out to see if it's true. Right? All right, Renee Cabral.
Renee, okay, we're gonna do this. We're about to do this.
So
The camera
we're,
switch are about to be lit.
so right now we're about to currently max out the standard ECAM. Right? So we have AG, we have Gialbert, we have Renee, and then
Renee.
we have Gialbert number 2. Let's go. Guess number 4.
Yeah, let's wait till the next one.
2. So Gialbert number 2. Make sure Gialbert number 2 is assigned as guest number 4. Oh, let me go back again. Guest number 4. Gialbert number 2. Perfect.
There we
Okay,
go.
awesome.
Okay, look at you.
Just to make sure, let me just do one more thing, because they were not assigned because we're just doing the OG, but we're just bringing them on the screen. So Renee will be.
Wait, I
guest.
thought you just assigned it.
Yeah, just making sure do it correct. So that's why, like, when we assign them, so now guest number 3 is Renee, and then guest number 2 will be a AG. So let's do that again. AG will be guest number 2, and then Gialbert number 1 will be guest number 1. So let's reassign. Guest number 1. Boom. All right.
We should have this one.
All the placeholders are the current Ecamm build. All the placeholders are taken. So right now we cannot accept any more guests. So let's see if there was to be a 5th person calling in. Yeah, a 5th person calling in. Let's see what happens. Because what happens, a person can call in, right?
Yeah.
We cannot bring them onto the screen. But now let's see if it works.
So we are looking for the 5th color.
Who's
The
waiting
5th color.
waiting to connect?
Lion.
Hey, Fulgence, I like your wardrobe.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
We match.
Yeah.
We match there.
Wait, what's your hat, Renee? Okay, nice.
Valerie, I think that's Gialbert. Let's see. There you go. Thank you, Valerie. Where's these comments coming from? Let's see. Okay, Lion is having issues joining us.
Lion, what happened? Did you upgrade something that reset your settings? Because you were able to join us before, and you joined.
Yeah.
Did you join Valerie? I don't know.
Yeah, Lion joined everybody.
Yeah, Lion, you were lit. So you should be able to log in.
How you doing, Renee?
I'm doing great.
Awesome. Valerie's saying, I wish I could pop in too to stir up the pot, but I'm fixing. Okay, so you remember what I was saying about, like, we try to join our browser so we can display what's happening on the other end. What happens now if I open up a tab and then mute the tab? So now it should be no sound coming out of the tab, right? Let's try that, right? Mute site. It should be muted now. Okay, let's do that. Command V to paste the interview. Let's try. Let's see. So what? Okay, Lion is joining. All right. So
okay,
look at that. To be continued.
That green room just looks good. Remember last time when we had so many? Actually, but
okay. So let's go into live demo mode and show them. Oh, it's over here. It's demo mode.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Why does it do that?
Because the mouse is over there.
Oh, okay.
Pero Dios mío, wait a second. don't touch the mouse. Fulgence Henry.
I'm not touching anything. There you go. All right.
Okay.
And then over here, let's try that. Let's try this zooming in. Do you have it?
The
Do you have
zooming
it
in is
enabled?
this. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, you don't have the scrolling one, right? So it says you have 4 guests connected, which is the maximum. You'll have to disconnect a different guest before adding this one. Right, so right now we cannot add any more.
But we are in beta though.
We're in the beta.
Right, so we're in the beta. So this is what they one of the lines there. If you would like to have more than 4, you can do so, but you need to have an M1 or an M2. And then we have some Ecam Life family members saying, "Oh no, I was able to do this," but now I have the 2019, not M1, and it's telling me you're maxed out.
Yeah.
You can't do it. So
Right.
yeah.
Right. So that's
So
that.
then that means that we have to get AG,
Oh, you know what? So
not AG,
Albert.
Albert.
So we'll remove Albert number 2, and then Lion, you could come back in.
Yeah. Number
Right.
one?
Number 1. Okay. Cool.
Okay. He's like, I like the second one better. I just like the lot in here.
All right. Lion, you could come back in now, and then we'll be able to bring you back on there.
Okay, look at you. So Rene, where are you? Where are you at home? What's up? What's going on?
I'm at home. I'm always at home. I work from home. Well, I work from wherever I want, but yeah, for the most part, I work from home. I'm at home.
Okay. All right. No kids, no dogs. You're like set.
Yeah, no, I got a dog. My youngest, we just moved her out to college. She's getting her master's, and my oldest is getting married next month. So
Nice, man.
that's it. Gonna
Nice.
start traveling the world again.
Exactly right.
Awesome.
That's like perfect. And these are one of the things, just like Rene is like dogs, children, whatever. You have to make sure that they are all taken care of before you get on the live. And when you are preparing your guests, you also have to make sure you ask them, hey, do you have children? Like, all these great, nice, politically correct things to ask, because if the children start going, mommy, it's going to be distracting, and she won't be able to concentrate, or he won't be able to concentrate in the interview, and it's just going to be, unless you let your guests know ahead of time, hey, my kid might come in because X, Y, and Z, then at least the audience already knows that there will be an interruption coming anytime, right? Because that has happened to me. That's why.
No, I could tell you what happens to me like at least 2 or 3 times is that I tell my wife, "Hey, babe, I'm going live," and she'll come in like 10 minutes later. "Papi, can you throw out the garbage?" I'm like, "Yeah, just give me another 30 minutes. Let me finish the interview, and I got you."
Oh, you gotta do not disturb. Look, at Lion is old say, he's like, do not disturb. Actually, for my kids,
I
now
like
they
that.
know they can't. But I was on a stream, and my son for some reason forgot that I was on a stream, and my streams are every Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time forever. And he for some reason forgot.
Started
He's
cooking?
over there, yeah, started cooking, microwave, beep, 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 fridge. I was like, oh my gosh.
Pots and pans pinging.
I mean, for real, it was not right. And I'm over here like, and as soon as I was off, I'm like, what in the world? What are you doing? So yeah. So we have to make sure all of us, because it is distracting, and you just have to be professional, and like your momness or dadness start coming up, like, you little and then you still have to be cool. Oh my gosh,
That is
yes.
funny.
Right, but AG, you have little ones, and Lion, you have little ones as well, right?
Yes, 8 years old.
Okay.
That's
Yes,
one
I
reason why I
have.
have 9.
Oh, I I have a 9-year-old and a 5-year-old.
So you just go, what do you do? Like you say, hey, dad is going live. Like, does that work, or do you have to actually do major restructuring before you go live?
It
For
partially works.
myself,
I have to lock my door.
oh,
Okay, and they don't knock. Okay.
yeah.
No, but they'll peep in. They'll peep in because the door has glass panes in it, and so when I go live, it's like attracting moths to a flame because they're curious to see what's going on. So if I don't lock my door, they'll start creeping in, and you'll eventually see little heads popping in.
The interns.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
No, and oh my gosh, James is like, do I get mad at my kids? You know.
Not really. Not
What's
really. It's
crazy?
like you're.
So for the thing that I use, I have this, which can either be on my desk or you can put it on a wall. Has like a little nail spot. but it lights up. It has a remote control, so it lights up red or whatever color you want,
Yeah.
so that anyone coming down the stairs or anything knows. But you can change it. It's like recording, going live on a call.
Oh,
So that's
okay.
what I use. Yeah. So
What
this is
happened
what I
to
like.
G Albert? I
He
mean,
yeah, he dropped out.
but it still says you
Wait,
muted the guest.
yeah, when yeah, oh yeah, he's still there but blacked out.
Were you black?
He must have covered his camera.
Oh, there he is. Okay.
There he
Okay, here
is.
you
He's back.
are. Okay, nice. Okay, so you guys saw it. So the beta, right? Interview mode, the beta, if you were not on an M1 or an M2, you will not be able to use the up to 10 guests.
Yep. Yep.
So that's what would happen.
Yep. Four is the max. So I don't know. I think maybe when in the case of Eric, he was on the M1 or M2. He probably didn't know. He thought
Right.
He thought it was the Intel. Yeah. But it
Probably.
definitely was M1 or
Yeah.
M2.
So there will be a lot of presents going on for Christmas for a lot of Ecam fams. I mean, like that's they're gonna need it, right? They're gonna have to.
I mean, yeah. If
you're
that's
gonna
your
use it.
yeah. If you're gonna use
Yeah.
more than 4 guests for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Would you guys be using more than 4 guests? You
Not
would you?
myself.
No. Okay. So you're set.
I don't. Yeah, I don't see myself doing more than 4 right now.
Mm-hmm. You, Rene?
You know, usually when I get at least 4 or 5, I always go with Zoom, um, and then stream from Zoom. But like honestly, I think I would rather do it through Ecamm. I have a 19, excuse me, 19. I have a 2019 MacBook. So yeah, I won't be able to do more than 4. But I mean, if I could, I would absolutely. I would love
Yeah.
to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, does it use more like processing power on our end when you stream more than 4? Or
So I actually don't know the answer to that question, but they did mention that no, that was for multi-streaming.
For multi-streaming, yeah,
Yeah.
and there's an indicator for that. But when we
Okay.
did the test stream in the on Fulgence YouTube, it was smooth.
It was smooth,
Yeah,
but
there
I
were
was
no
using
issues.
I was
As
using
a
the M1, so
M1 MacBook Pro.
yeah, so it's
Yeah.
probably optimized for that. I mean, definitely optimized
Yeah,
for that. So if,
there was no issues with processing at all.
right.
Yeah.
So if any of you know the answer to Rene's awesome question, and is that something that maybe we should ask?
How many gigs is yours? Because
Oh, Jesus Christ.
no, asking that because Victor was saying that they were testing it on 8 gig. Was it 8 gig?
Yes, he said 8 gig.
And then it wasn't once they got up to like 8 guests, they started having some issues. So
Yeah, I think I have
You must
32. I think I have 32.
you got a beefed
Because-
up M1.
Yeah, because I do a lot of videos and then I also do a lot of photos, so I need to have that. If not 30, yeah, it was 32, or if not 256. I
It's
don't
definitely
remember.
not 8.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
16 or whatever. Yeah.
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 So it is you guys, do you have any last minute questions? We are top of the hour. I have a session, a headset session coming up that I have to get ready for. But this was great. Do you guys have any questions regarding the interview mode feature in Ecom Live, or any other related questions? I don't know, text overlays or anything like that, really quick.
I believe we covered all of the questions.
You guys,
I just have one question for you guys.
look at Lion just trying his stuff. Let's mute Lion right now.
Go ahead, Renee.
Yeah, I just have one question. So I noticed that when you brought on a new guest, you didn't do any of the sizing that I could see. So you do that. For some reason, I couldn't figure that out. So I brought someone in, and I actually we created an overlay that was a circle, and we put him inside the overlay. So people were actually seeing me like fix him before because he came in late. How did you do that live?
So you're pre-designing and you're pre-assigning before your guests actually come in, right? So then when your guests come in and they're in the green room, the space holders that you have already created, you're going to assign them there. And that's the only thing you have to do because all the work has been done prior to.
Right.
Okay.
So you don't have
I
to
didn't
do any
realize that.
adjustments. And also, for example, let's say on ENN, Dan Courier comes in and he does a tech check with us 15 minutes prior. And then, so we do the tech check. We assign him as guest number one. And then you said, you know what, like, Dan, you're all set. We got your framing right. We placed you in the scenes that we need to place you in the scenes. You can log off. And then we are running our show, not even worrying about when Dan's coming back. When Dan comes in, he's automatically assigned to the scene. We don't have to check again because
Right.
he's already assigned to guest number one. Because there's like a memory setting for that, right? Which is pretty cool. So you don't have to
Yeah.
reassign your guest, and you don't have to like set up your scenes while you're live.
Right.
Everything is the placeholders are
Yes.
where it's at.
Yeah, that is
Awesome.
the thing,
Awesome.
Rene. That is like for all of you, getting your scenes prep before your interview is one of the best things we can all do to look super professional. Because just like you saw, Rene, like okay, it was just a signing because we already
Yeah.
have pre-designed the
Okay.
template. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Now,
Yeah,
now,
and then that's
a follow-up question on that. Are you using the camera switcher when you're assigning, or you're using the overlay for the camera?
we are using the green room. Assign guest number one, guest two, guest three, guest four.
Let's do the thing live demo.
Live demo mode. So hit Command D. Where is it? Live demo
It
mode
just
is
goes
live
over
demo
there.
mode is just being funny
Just
today.
do it.
But let's just do this. Just do it the manual way, right? So AG. So over here in the interview panel, we do assign as a guest to a placeholder, right? And then the scene,
Right.
and then so if we have guest one in different scenes, whether it's like a host interviewing the guest is solo, the guest one will be assigned in those scenes. So for example, if we lose you and you come back in, you go right back to those scenes.
And you
Gotcha.
see right here, it says unassigned placeholder. If you wanted to do something else, assign that placeholder to some other guest.
yeah.
And then also return to green room. So you have those two options there.
Yeah.
You could also assign from the pencil on the camera. So you don't have to go to the green room.
Right.
You can assign from
Right.
there.
The only thing with that is there's going to be no placeholder. So, if you have guest one in that camera overlay and then somebody drops out, they'll come back to guest one in the camera overlay and come back in. We had the issue of, was it last month? Marshall Fox. I don't know. Maybe his kids were playing video games, something like that. But he dropped out a few times on ENN, and then we'll just cut away. We'll like Marshall will drop out, and then we just cut back here. We continue delivering the news, and then gling gling, he calls back in, and then we bring it. We just answer the phone, and boom, we just come right back and just continue the show.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
And then my other question, sorry.
Oh, go for
Yeah,
it.
ask the question.
You did the overlay for the waiting screen. And that's something you said, I think if I'm not mistaken, you can do that have that in the green room, or did I hear that wrong?
Have the waiting screen. Rene, where do you go? You come on the screen?
My questions are thought provoking.
No, good question. No, there's no customization to the green room itself.
Right.
It's a scene. It will just be a scene.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was just
Yeah.
a scene. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Like Paul and Valerie would like there to be donuts in the green room, but we'll have to wait till maybe Ecamm 5.0.
Yes, Lion.
Oh, we muted you. 1 second.
You
second.
just got you out.
And that's another thing to know. Like, if you mute your guests, you have to mute them. You have to unmute them
Unmute
on
them,
your end.
so.
Yes, go ahead, Lion.
I will jumping jacks. I'm like, hey. So real quick, I think in reference to if it's Renee, I think something that I found that I think he might be talking about also is there's a thing that's preview mode where if you need to make an adjustment without the guests or people seeing what's going on, and then you can go back into live. I think he also in reference in what he was saying, how can you make it move without the people seeing something you need to adjust on the screen.
Good question.
Yeah, that should be 1 day interview of preview mode challenge. That should be one way because it does take a little getting used to, and it's a little bit nerve wracking for some reason because it's like if they see you fixing things, it's not the best for visual, but at the same time, if you have to do it, you have to do it. But preview mode it's like, oh my gosh. But Fulgence got really good at it because you had to do it a couple of times.
Yeah. And the more you do it, the more you get used to it. But the only thing with that is like, you know, when you're live and using preview mode, it's because you're gonna have to take time to create the scene or cut to the scene. It's gonna versus like what you did, Renee. Like you do it live. Sometimes it's better to do it that way. This way, people are seeing it in real time and they know live happens and stuff happens. So you know, sometimes it's better to do it that way.
Yeah, I agree.
Andy, we would love to have you on here. Although we're on the beta, we're on the Intel. We're not on the M1, so we're only allowed to have 4 guests at a time.
You know what we're gonna try doing so that everybody sees it again. Andy, stay there, Andy. We're gonna be like, oh yeah,
and let's pick up before it hangs up though.
Yes, so Andy, we're gonna get you in.
Okay, cool.
Okay,
there you go.
All right, so now we're gonna go. I'm gonna go to live demo mode here. This a little messy, and then you guys could see Andy. Look at this. Look at way.
Let's bring the mouse over.
Yeah, put the mouse over.
Okay,
do it. Got it. Look at the situation.
You have 4 guests connected, which is the maximum. You'll have to disconnect a different guest before adding, which is correct, right? So this is the current, you know, if we're on the current build of Ecamm, the maximum is 4. But not only that, but if you're on the Ecamm Live beta with a non-M1 or a non-M2, your maximum is also 4.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It's been tested, everyone. It was tested. Wait, let me bring this back over here to you. Okay, Andy. From Spain. Oh my gosh.
Well, thank you for joining us,
Thank you
Andy.
for joining us, Andy. As you see, so what happened? It's just not letting us do it. Well, next time we'll stream from the M1.
Yeah, for
sure. You know what I noticed? I just got I blacked out because I got a call. So is that normal?
Yes, it is very normal.
Okay.
So that's one of the things that they say, put your phone on do not disturb. Okay. So no calls come in or anything like that. Yeah. And just take your calls from another phone if you can, or
something else. That's something else to prep your guests with, in addition to making sure that when they're in the interview browser, don't have any other browsers open that can be a distraction or create sounds that bring other sounds to the broadcast. So just have them have the interview window open.
So
Andy is So G Albert, do you want to give up your spot?
No, G has a question.
Oh,
G, do you have a question? Yeah.
I'll give up my spot if you guys like. That's cool.
Wait, Renee, let's hear what G.
Oh, now you can hear.
G, you're in some what is it called? Like you're echo.
It's a hollow.
Serious?
Hollow. It sounds hollow. Yeah, you're like a.
Yeah.
Oh,
sounds like you're in a hallway.
Yeah.
It sounds like you need to close the door behind you, or
Space Odyssey 2099 or something.
No, G, and you have been practicing all this because first you came in with the headset that you were trying to work with and test out, and then now you're trying different things.
Yeah. Can you hear me now? Is that better?
A little bit better, but it's not. It's still.
No.
It doesn't sound hollow anymore. Though.
Yeah, it doesn't sound hollow, but it's still not. It's still echoing.
Okay. Darn
what
it.
was your question, G, though?
So my question is,
let's move.
When in interview mode, I saw a microphone that had a red slash through it, and my mic wasn't muted. And so, but when I turn my mic, when I personally mute my mic, I see also a red slash on a microphone in interview mode. So I just thought maybe there should be some difference between when the host mutes the interviewee versus the interviewee muting themselves, because I may want to mute myself to
Mm-hmm.
do some
That's
other
that's a
things,
good.
but
Yeah.
Yeah.
they look
Yeah.
exactly the same. And I
Mm-hmm.
just
Mhm.
wanted to let you know.
Mhm.
That's good to know.
And then
Yeah.
the second was part of my echo. I have, no, actually, I have three things. Part of my echo, I had Facebook on one tab of Chromebook, on my Chromepad, Chrome browser, and I had interview mode on a second tab on my browser, and in my in my audio, I kept hearing two people talk, and
Mhm.
I couldn't figure it out. And then, because I turned off all of my other devices as far as microphones go,
Mhm.
so um, just to remind you guys, if you have folks that you're bringing in interview mode, whether they're on YouTube or Facebook or whatever, their primary screen or their interview screen, one of the two has to be on mute,
Mm-hmm.
because you'll get that echo uh, version with that.
Mhm.
And then the third thing, NDI, I use it all the time, but um, with this version, NDI does not work in interview mode.
With
I
what
have it
version?
on whatever you're on right now. What Ecamm version 4.0. I'm in beta.
Okay, so you're using the beta and you're trying to use NDI with the beta, and you're saying that NDI does not work with the
It
beta. Is that?
works. It works if you're the host. I can bring in all kinds of cameras, but on when you're an interviewee, which is why I wanted to come in this way, I'm finding that I have a monitor that I can see what NDI is pointing to, but it comes up as a blank screen. So when you saw me with a blank screen, NDI apparently doesn't work in interview mode, at least in my instance of interview mode. I mean of
I think
NDI.
that think that's more the browser. That's the limitation on the browser, because your browser's not picking up the NDI camera source.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah,
okay.
because I tried that even in version the whatever 3 version we're in now, and I know with my day job working with Microsoft Teams and Optimize, or the web version of Teams, or the optimized version of Teams, it's more of a limitation of the protocol that's using being used in the browsers, WebRTC. There's limitations in that, and I believe that's a function of the browser not being able to pick up the NDI protocol.
Mm.
And I've uninstalled and reinstalled Chromebook or Chromepad or Chrome. So what are you using right now?
For me, I'm using the direct attach camera, a Poly Studio 15
Oh,
P15.
I'm on Camel. I think Camel. No, I'm on
Yeah, I
the.
saw your camo logo earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yes, Valerie. Yes,
So I
definitely.
guess it's more for me to document and send to Mr. Glenn and Mr. Ken.
Yeah. For sure.
Thank
Yeah,
yeah. I
you.
do
think
send
they're
it.
they're they're limited by the functionality of the browser. And I know with Google Chrome, it's using a WebRTC protocol that's behind a lot of the technologies. That's you know, I'm lagging behind a lot of the technologies that's in a local system, if you will. So
Mhm.
Okay.
yeah.
So Andy, my daughter used to live in Madrid until about a month ago. I went there for her wedding, and then she's now in Barcelona. So I'm not sure where. Spain is a big country.
Mhm. Yeah, and then Andy needs to come in because I need to, like, I'm gonna leave my spot. I will get Andy my spot, but no, it's not like
Oh,
that.
I'll give him my
But like
spot.
we
Go ahead.
we actually, yeah, because I have to be getting ready for my headshot session. But we want Andy to come in and say hello because Andy hasn't practiced. I mean,
Right.
with us yet, so
Right.
we
I'll
want
Right.
to.
drop. I could
I'll
drop.
hang up.
I can drop too.
Oh my gosh!
Uh,
Like AG's like G Albert's like I can hang up. Click. G, you didn't even say
But
goodbye.
yeah, it's all
Nothing.
good. And if any and if any of you guys have to go, that's fine. You guys can yeah. But thank you
Thanks,
so
guys.
much.
You guys
Thank
rock.
you. Thank you
Thank
so
yeah,
you,
much,
thanks.
Renee. Good to see
Renan.
you.
Thank you.
I got to go pick up intern number 2, and then my wife
Hey.
All
is
right.
forcing me to go school shopping with the kids. Tax-free week. Oh, great.
Oh my
All
gosh, is
right.
that right? Okay, I should
Yeah.
try tax-free week.
Hold on. Oh,
Yep.
let me bring back.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate you answering my questions as usual.
Of
Absolutely.
course, that's what we're here for. I want to
Yep.
hear
Absolutely.
you getting your show. You know, you're like, yeah, we're here. I'm gonna get my show. Get your show. Get your show going, AG. Okay, so
All
now we're
right.
gonna bring in Andy. So Andy is us, Andy.
Boom.
There we
Hello.
go. Hey, look at you.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello. You
Hi,
made
Andy.
it.
Bye, Andy.
Hello.
Bye,
And
Andy. Bye,
hello and
Andy.
goodbye. Hello and goodbye.
Let's go
Yes.
back here. And
Okay, so look, we have three. So
yes.
look at
Hmm.
the grade testing and the grade, like every day there's something new to
Right.
talk about. I
Hello.
love it.
Hey. Hello from
And
Spain.
he's like, here's from Spain. So
And Andy.
Andy, did you
I hear all double now.
huh?
I hear all double now.
You hear a tavern?
No, double. I hear it. Maybe it's a YouTube video. Wait a second.
Oh,
Oh
that's
yeah,
what
yeah, yeah.
G
The
was
Ah,
browser.
saying. Yeah, the browser. That's what he
yeah.
was saying.
Okay. I have to wait. I have to put the video down. Okay, now I hear you.
The vibe.
You can change my background. I have green screen.
Look at you, like,
You know
okay,
what? Yeah.
let's go for
I'm
it,
just
Andy.
fixing
Let's
that.
go for
Yes,
it.
please.
Let's go
Yeah.
back to Andy here,
Wait,
and
let's
So
then
go to.
cool.
mhm.
Okay,
So
here we go.
cool.
So
And
under
then
camera effects, we have Andy, and then we're going to click
And
on
I have a
green
question
screen.
for you, Anna, whenever you have time.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Lion.
So, are you guys more familiar or used to using your scenes and overlays using your mouse to push the button, or do you use like Stream Deck or anything?
so we
Uh,
use a Stream Deck, and we love it. We if you could do it, that is the best thing ever because it just makes it
Yeah.
so smooth.
Hmm.
But if you don't have it, you can also you can download it because Stream Deck has an app, and that was the first thing I used before I actually got the physical box. I had
Hmm.
the software, and it worked very very nicely. The only reason why I switched was because one, it just I want to use my
you have
phone
to spell it
for.
transparent.
Yeah, I wanted to use my phone to monitor the stream, but if you have an additional phone, you can do it. Other than that, you can also do it with your command keys. So you can do command one for scene one, command two, command three, like that. So there are different ways to
Perfect.
doing it.
Yeah.
There we
Okay,
go.
all right. So there you
That's
go. So
awesome.
yeah, well, what was?
Fade level for Andy had to go a little bit higher than it was before, but there you go, and it's looking clean too.
Yeah, look
Front
at
Really
that.
good.
I
Looks
like your
really good.
background, Andy. You look so good. You spend so much time. Look at
Yeah, thank you,
that.
thank you.
Nice
Very,
shelves and all
was
that.
very complicated to do. Yeah,
Yes. Oh
very
my gosh.
complicated to do
Listen,
it.
let's bring in G's question. So G's asking, I'm thinking that this is G. Anna and Fulgence. So since I came in with two different devices, do I get 2 credits for the interview challenge? Question mark, question mark.
Just for today. Just for today.
So yeah, so Andy, do you have any questions for us? Thank you for joining us. I do have to say I have to drop up
And
in
I have
five.
a
Like
4:30 also.
yeah, I have
So
to
yeah.
drop off. So Andy, do you have any questions for us? And
Yeah, first I'm so happy to be here in your live show. The first time for me, I was happy because that I found Ecam about you. Yeah, and so happy and thank you that I'm here, can be a part of it. And yeah, I really have one question, but I don't know if it have to do with the normal Ecam or with the beta, because when I go to Twitch, I have the feeling that my voice comes a little bit later on the live video. Also, I see my mouse is talking, but the voice, the audio comes later, so it's not synchron. I don't know what I do wrong.
Got it. Okay, and you're saying, Andy, that this only happens when you are on Twitch?
Maybe I don't know. Maybe it had to do with the beta because I'm testing like crazy the beta now in a moment.
Because I see.
And
Let me see your lips. Let me see your lips, because I can actually see you on in sync right now.
okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2,
Yeah,
3, 4, 5.
yeah. So
Okay.
I can see. Where did Lion go?
Un, dos,
Lion's
tres.
like
Lion dropped off. Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
yeah. Yeah, because
Okay.
we see you here with right. Yes,
Okay.
we see you in sync right now. Your audio and your video are in sync.
Okay.
So you're saying that when you're on Twitch, then you can see an additional like a delay.
Yeah, I make a live show and I also on Twitch the video get saved, you know. And after this, I watched the video and I saw me, my mouse talking, but not. And then after a little bit, some seconds later, I hear me. Maybe it has to do with the quality from the video. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any tips for that besides preferences and mic delay?
Yeah, that's what I would suggest. When that happens, you can go into audio preferences and Ecamm and tinker with the
Tinker
with
twinkle.
the mic delay. So under audio right here, and then you're going to go into mic delay right here. But we don't have it right now. But you can delay it by different frames, right? So
Okay.
let's say it's off by 2 seconds, and you could just put it up to
Okay.
2, for example. So try that to see
Okay.
if it works the next time. Yeah.
We'll do. Okay.
Yes.
We'll do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
but
that is.
but as
Nice.
Don Davis says, right now you are in sync.
Mm-hmm.
You are in sync right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, you're in
That helps a
sync.
lot. Helps a lot.
Yeah. Look at that. I just keep admiring your background. You know, your background over there looking just lit. So, what any other questions for us, Andy and Valerie? If you're still watching, I haven't checked today though. When are you and Paul coming on live today, or are you? Just a question for you if you're still on. Look at you moving us like now we have to be. So you want me to be closer to you? Is that what it is? You want me to move you want me to? What do you call it? Twinkle with my tinker with my mic over here.
Man. No, but this has been great, Andy. Thank you for joining us. It's good to
Thank
you're
you very
joining
much
us
too.
from, we saw you came in. You were on our YouTube end. So yeah. So thank you
Yeah,
for
and I have also my Ecamm
straight out
t-shirt
of
on.
Ecamm.
Oh,
Yeah.
hey,
Very
hey.
nice.
You have to do a video on that because one of
I
our
always do
viewers.
it when I make videos. I have always this t-shirt on
Nice.
every time. I love it. I love
Nice.
it.
Aw. Yeah, Fulgence has to do a video because we got the question, how do you design
Design the
that?
straight out of Ecamm logo
Yeah.
inside of Ecamm.
So Fulgence over here gonna do that little
I
tutorial.
definitely will.
Yes. Okay, so any other questions for you, Andy, or any
Question.
other
One.
questions for
Yeah,
us?
one question. How you do these points in your open interview challenge on the left side? Is it graphics? You make an overlay with graphic program, or you do it with Ecamm directly?
With Ecamm directly.
All
Oh my
Ecamm.
All
Yeah. So
Ecamm.
all the graphics that you're seeing here, all
Oh
the
my
different
gosh.
scenes is all built inside of Ecamm.
Yes,
Cool.
and you can check out our Building Blocks channel, Andy, and
Okay.
Fulgence, and check it out. We go in details on how to create all of these. But say you're too busy and you're like, you know what, I want you guys to design it for me. You send us a DM, and we will be happy to design a whole profile show for you, or
Yes.
any of you if you want to. So
Cool.
yes, okay,
Yes.
Okay. Thanks.
right.
Very go.
Thank
yes.
Thank you
you.
very much
Thank you,
for
Andy. Thank you
having
for
me here.
Mm-hmm.
I have to leave now. I have to have a little bit work, but I will let your video in the backside and hear you. Okay. Thank you very
Yes,
much for having me.
okay. All right, Andy.
you.
Thank you. Bye.
Ciao.
Okay, everyone. So this was great. So Valerie says that, okay, waiting for Paul when
Maybe
he's available.
around
Okay.
2:30 or 7 p.m.
Okay.
Pacific Standard Time. Awesome. And thank you, Don Davis. Appreciate
Thank
that.
you, Don Davis.
All right. I really have to run
Yes,
upstairs.
we do. We have to get ready. We have to like do all of these things. This was great though. Yeah, this was great. So Valerie and Paul will come will come live later. So watch out for that. I believe they do amazing job scheduling. So you will know when they schedule, when they're gonna go live.
Yep.
And any questions that you have, if you're watching the replay, or if you want to ask any questions that came through, just write it here and case in point, okay? Write it in the comments and we will answer them for you.
Bye, everybody.